Well, hello everyone, welcome to another reaction. We're watching something spoopy today. Let me move that. We're watching Instagram's Darkest Rabbit Hole, featuring Nick Crowley, whoever Nick Crowley is. Again, it's from Nexpo. Nexpo is a goat. The link for the video will be in the description. Go and watch it without me yapping, please. I'll be stopping probably every single minute. But yeah, if you have anything you'd like me to react, if that comes before the month of Halloween, feel free to drop something spoopy. If not, feel free to drop anything else. But anyway, into the reaction. Yoink. Cool. Yoink. Let me like the video. Yoink. Did I mute it? I did. I think. A video? Can you make a sound? The purpose of this video is to inform, do not harass or contact any individuals mentioned here. Here I can't read. All claims made in the video are merely speculative. What did I say? I can't read. Based upon publicly available information. This video contains strong subject matter, including child endangerment. Oh, not again. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. For some reason, my child likes torturing me with topics involving child endangerment. I don't like those topics. Children should be left alone. Oh, I forgot the daily disclaimer. I'll be smoking in the video. Do not smoke, chat and YouTube viewers. Smoking is bad. If I catch you smoking, I'ma beat you with the stick. Good. To the video. There we go, we have sound. Jesus, Nexpo. Okay, hopefully that's fine. Hopefully it's not overbearing me. Yoink. Okay. Also, chat, I'm proud to say I'm getting better at Apex. Slowly but surely. I still suck, but... Jesus, sorry. But I'm getting better. Let me lower the volume a little bit more. Okay, that should be fine. Stephanie. No, Stephanie. What the fuck is happening there? I think that's the same child. I was about to ask, are all of their victims named Stephanie? Instagram's Darkest Rabbit Hole. July 20th, 2024.
It's Saturday night.
God, I love his voice. Ooh. I'm creaming my jaws shut.
A bridge collapses in China.
Oh no.
Twisters makes its worldwide debut. And over in
that's the movie.
Darkest corners, a peculiar mystery awaits.
Internet mysteries. I need to visit that Reddit at some point. I'm curious what I'm finding there. Creepy Instagram profiles of people pretending probably to be similar to Pipergate.
A series of Instagram accounts, all equally unsettling.
Yes.
Uncanny and terrifying.
What? What the fuck?
I came across a post on r/Instagram where someone mentioned these creepy Instagram accounts of people who are seemingly pretending to be kids.
Jesus Christ.
It reminds me of Pipergate in a way, and I feel like all of these pages are run by this.
I'm not entirely sure what Pipergate? I think that's what they called. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Hopefully he explains.
Because of the horrendous editing style that makes my eyes bleed.
I mean, it's creepy as fuck.
Photos on this account are an edit of this goofy face on a real person's body, and a lot of the bodies are in suggestive poses, which makes me think this is a definite fetish account.
Jesus Christ, why are they children?
Really weird hobby. It seems like the poster's first language is French,
Yeah.
Many of the posts are just
Course it's
generally
French.
weird and hard to understand.
That's a joke. I do not hate French people. French people are nice. I love your music. I don't like your language though. It's weird. You put way too much letters into words, which you don't pronounce for some reason. Why?
I'm curious what you guys think about this.
Hello, cat. Stephanie Schooley? Cooley? I'm pretty sure it's Stephanie Schooley, but I also can't read, so feel free to correct me in the comments, I guess. Truth Sticks 11, Smarts. Oh yeah, it's Smart Schooly boy. Okay, it's Schooly.
With Maria's
I don't like the
post
pictures
are
though.
Photos from 3 accounts, all exhibiting highly similar behavior.
Yes, creepy behavior.
Truthsticks 11, Stephanie Schooling,
Oh, I read it correctly.
and Smart Schoolboy 9. At a cursory glance, it's clear that all of these are connected. They all incorporate images of children, edited in a way in which their
What are those high heels? What the fuck? Ignoring the child. If there are any people from the female variety, can you explain to me how the fuck you walk with the heels like that? I have a weird suspicion. I'ma put one of those. I'ma make a step and I'ma break both my ankles and my wrists for some reason. Jesus.
faces rest in the trenches.
Kudos
of
to you,
the
women.
uncanny valley.
And people that wear heels.
They all exhibit heavy synthetic makeup, have massive lips. Their heads are disproportionate. The
Yeah.
saturation seems to be cranked up. All of these rest at the precipice of visual overload.
Even if they're not doing creepy stuff to children, which I guess you're gonna see in the next 25-ish minutes, why are we not leaving children alone? I mean, I guess some twisted, sick fucking people like to prey on children because they're kind of defenseless. But that makes it even worse. I don't understand people.
And absolute depravity. Walls of text are thrown in our face about school, friends,
Jesus.
things they're interested in, entire facets of their lives. But
Also, I'm not entirely sure what's happening with the new generation. My brother, for example. When I was 11, I didn't look that old. Well, he looked like 13, 14. When I was 11, I looked 9. I mean, I was also eating sand, but that's not important. What the fuck are you feeding the children? And why are they so big? My brother is almost as tall as me, and he was like 10, 15, 20 centimeters, something like that, shorter than me, 2-3 years ago. I do not understand the new generation.
it's clear that these quote-unquote children, as they're presented, do not even exist.
Wait, what?
Of their lives. But it's clear that these quote-unquote children, as they're presented, do not even
No, I thought... I don't see the name of that boy here, but I thought he looks like that. With a heavy... I think that's Botox? Question mark?
exist.
Oh, the name was right there. I'm blind. I have a weird suspicion of be getting angry in that video. Down, down, down again. I'm way too blind, I can't read.
It goes without saying that we've seen this type of behavior before.
Yes,
People
predators.
online trying their hand at creating an ARG in hopes of generating online attention and viral clicks.
I mean, people feel free to make an ARG, but don't involve children in it, please. I love ARGs. ARGs are really fun. Why are we if that's an ARG? Why are we involving children in it? I mean, I don't think he's mentioning the topic in the video. He's probably mentioning an ARG.
But even still,
Oh no,
I
he's
wonder,
making the children. Okay.
is this what we're dealing with here? On the
Even if it is white
Truthsticks
children.
11, Many of the early posts carry a considerable amount of irony.
Well, at least be
Some
respectful
posts
to the
take an
children.
almost condescending tone, lambasting the rise of online predators.
We had no idea of the flood of pedos following boys and saying horny stuff on their posts. Oh god. Horny stuff on their posts. You are helpful to us. Okay, well, you are helpful to us. Wow, I guess the people that are reporting the pedos. We generally were naive beforehand.
And commenting on the profiles of young boys. They take
Disgusting.
on this alias of an overly concerned parent and make
Never fear predators. They are desperate for that fear, but you must not tolerate such people. I am the mother of a lovely young boy, and I won't allow any predators in our lives. Neither. Pretty sure that's pronounced neither. Sorry if it's not. Neither does a woman who wrote anonymously to us this. I discovered at Christmas that the man, I thought was an older dude, I guess. Older dude, straightforwardly practical kind, is actually a pedophile.
Post after post after post.
Oh, God. I don't believe we should kill people, because killing is bad. I mean, nothing says we shouldn't crush their boss with a hammer, though. That seems a good punishment, because I don't think they will die from that. But they will suffer. Killing is bad, though.
Sharing advice about potential danger online. In many ways, this contradicts everything we've seen so far in our limited investigation.
Coffee. Num
This
num.
doesn't exactly add up, especially
Cars.
considering that just a few months later, and completely out of nowhere,
That's
Footsteps
creepy.
begins to exhibit the very behavior they're criticizing. From March 2022 and onward,
What? Hello, RGB. What the fuck is that? It's called Instagram's Darkest Rabbit Hole, and I'm pretty sure it involves pedophiles again, because for some reason your chat likes torturing me. But how are you, RGB? How is your Saturday going?
they morph from a concerned parent on a mission against online predators to displaying images of their supposed son in compromising positions, sharing a myriad of highly disturbing photo edits, and even begin to follow a handful of accounts that immediately set off red flags.
God.
Truth
Going to finally Behead's 2 with the end. Let's go. And Deadlock being peak. Oh, is Deadlock out now? If it's out, we're gonna play it after the spoopy month.
Sticks 11's erratic behavior appears like one massive
Bit of a boy, an account looked after by me, a degree educated mother choosing to be anonymous. A good original written work, advice, and Jesus fucking Christ. No, I wish it was. Aww.
someone on a tirade against the very thing they turned out to do.
I know I just paused, but what if someone stole their account? Because if it's a mother, like if it's like an account, I guess curated by the mother, or was account curated by the mother. What if they stole the account and they started doing this? Ooh, sorry, I'm not gonna be surprised. I would feel bad for the mother. Oh yeah. If it's
perhaps have
sorry for just pausing it. If it's actually the mother doing that, you're fucking sick. In a bad way.
been
I don't
online.
understand people.
None of this made any sort of sense, leading many to speculate that, while yes, this is insanely creepy,
Hopefully it's
any of
not.
it real.
Also, that hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not
The
real.
actual fuck.
It still doesn't make it good though.
Really fucking weird. Not really sure the reason behind it. Maybe to group
Views.
or something. It's really odd. This is probably the most disturbing thing ever uncovered on this subreddit. I asked the other day if anything actually sinister has ever been on here, but now I have my answer. I'm very glad that this sick person is getting exposed. If there's
Yes.
any exploitation material on their account, like some have been saying, nobody here should hesitate to report it to the police. Understandably,
I'm not entirely sure what CSEM means. Let me go back. I think he mentioned it.
material on their account actually sinister has ever been on here, but now I have my answer. I'm very glad that this sick person is
Okay.
being exposed. If there's any exploitation material on their
Exploitation? Ah. I mean, probably C stands for children. Child molesters stuff. Oh, child something. Okay, I see.
like some have been saying,
Thank you, Ajbi.
nobody here should hesitate to report it to the police.
Hopefully they did.
Understandably,
Abusing.
this
Okay.
post blew up. People left and right poured in, eager to find out who was doing this and why.
Hopefully they found out if
took
it was
hardly any time at all
actually a
for
predator.
others to uncover other accounts in the same vein too, as Truth Sticks and Schoolboy were far from the only ones involved here. As it turned out, there was a schoolgirl Teresa, new girl 12, a Stephanie Stansfield, and a trove of others, all spread out.
Holy fuck, that's a lot of names. Also, that's a really good name. I like the name. Hopefully, he's deep in some wet concrete. So, yes, like I mentioned, 5-ish, 10-ish minutes ago. I hopefully they're not dead, because no idea if that's against the TOS of YouTube, but I don't believe in that we should be killing people, but they should be tortured if they're actually predators. And killing is not the answer, because they're getting way too easy, but crushing their boss with a hammer, though.
Across various social platforms. By outward appearances, and with so many accounts involved, this almost looks like it's being done by a group. I mean, it has to be. They talk to each other, like each other's photos. There's no way this schoolboy...
I mean, it's either a group or just two people. Well, I mean, 2 people is still a group, but maybe it's just a single person that runs all these accounts, and either they're doing it for views, disgusting, or they're actually a predator, even more disgusting.
Dude has enough time to run all of these, especially for something like an ARG, right?
If it's an ARG, that's even more sick.
You
I mean,
see,
not as much as if they're
Schoolboy,
actually predators.
across all of
No
his
good opinion.
accounts,
Yes.
has a very, very strange way of putting on various personas. And on nearly every single video,
That's a cool effect, though. I think that's the featured person. Sorry, the page isn't available.
before this video entered production, the profile of Smart Schoolboy 9, the centerpiece of this story, one of the only accounts with original, uploaded videos by a discernible person, was taken down. It's unclear if this was done because of policy violations or
Probably.
stopping his online presence.
Also,
But as it stands,
probably.
this one is gone. That's not to say that there aren't archives, though.
I mean,
So
the Wayback Machine,
potato quality.
I'm pretty sure you can look them in it.
On the Smart Schoolboy 9 account, we can find a plethora of images and video of what appears to be a man dressed up
What?
in a school uniform. We can see him outside on walks, getting ready for school, and showing off his mini boots that he has a very strong fascination with. It goes without saying that this person is nowhere near the age of a child, despite his efforts to appear that way. On nearly all of his captions, he talks about his life.
What? I'm starting to think I'm more normal and more normal every single day. Jesus. Oops, sorry.
In school, his experiences with other boys, reportedly also aged 8, 9, and 10, and even appears to gain access to classrooms on multiple occasions.
Who the fuck is letting that person in a fucking classroom. What the fuck? Element. I see we're starting with the video that makes a question. Yes. We're 9 minutes in and I have strong feelings about the person we're currently looking at.
So far, this behavior is incredibly weird and repulsive. However, these videos aren't outright illegal. Because of this, and combined with the activity on truth sticks, some have passed this entire thing off as nothing but a massive LARP. Someone with far too
I mean, that doesn't make it. That doesn't make it better.
Very, very weird fixations.
Oh, is that what you meant?
But after diving into this a bit more, though, I found
Also, chat YouTube. I'm prepared this time. I'm prepared to be the person I'm looking at. Or chat if it's I'm not good today.
that isn't quite the case.
Yeah, who taught you, David? Yes.
There's something I gotta show you.
Here's how I will torture you, David. I have a stick for that. I can be really creative with that stick.
After these messages.
Alright guys, before we get to that, I'd
Look at that handsome boy, though. God damn.
to tell you about tonight's video sponsor, NordVPN. In today's world, online privacy is your internet. The reason Nord next gen no get you in the
Kim? I don't know that one. It must have been the wind. Fuck.
in the current online discussion.
I really hope I remember the the meaning behind that quote.
There hasn't
Hopefully.
been much said about the account Stephanie Stansfield.
Good name.
However, interestingly, it's one of Schoolboy's earliest.
YouTube, if you're questioning why the fuck I'm saying that my name is Stefan, I'm biased against the name. Against the name? For that name? I like that name. Like,
And arguably,
Obviously,
most
why?
disturbing. Dating back to 2019, this man took on
Damn,
a
that's
persona
old.
called Stephanie. Since the creation of this page, he's gone forth to make a Twitter account, a Facebook
I'm
page,
thinking,
and even
word for word
numerous
model.
Instagram
Ooh.
handles, all under this alias. While he gives his
I'm losing my
activities
mind.
a
I'm
considerable
not the only
amount
one.
of attention,
Good.
he, for some reason, took a strange liking to this one in particular. All
I'm failing every skill check. Don't worry. Same.
across Stephanie's profiles, he can be seen dressing as her, discussing their experience in grade school, and weirdest of all,
Why? Just fucking why?
twist that comes as no surprise. The man behind this rabbit hole expresses a fantasy. And in our hands, we effectively have
I guess that reminds me of a topic of people that like Wally stuff. I dislike Wally stuff. They're a bit disgusting. But from what I've read, and YouTube comments, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. In Japan, at least as far as my understanding goes, those type of stuff are quite low. Maybe they're butchering the numbers, so they make it seem less. But the child predators stuff are lower. So maybe the Wally hentai works for... I mean, it shouldn't be working, because there shouldn't be people that like stuff like that. But maybe it's working with people like that, so they don't harm real children. Hopefully that's the case. Again, those people that like Wally stuff, they shouldn't be liking Wally stuff, but we really need here's how to torture you, David. Yes.
another Piper Gates. Daily
I'm sad I can't change the like parts of the sound in an instant, because that would be cool, just to change the name like that.
Capper.
What? What? I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Stephanie Stansfield.
What?
This rabbit
Also try not to say the P word. Just not like that in any context. Oh.
hole
Good to know that.
expresses a fantasy. And in our hands, we effectively have another Piper Gates. Daily Kepper. Stephanie Stansfield.
God. I mean, I guess I'll be saying the PDF file. I dislike that word. Thank you, YouTube. Huh? What? Say Redditor instead of a PDF file. But they're good Redditors though. Huh?
From Stephanie Stansfield. Me and Morphoot, Milton Keynes, MK11, dressed for school. I really love it in year 7, and I love writing poetry. My Morphoot music heart, I race to complete my poems when I've got an early start. Heart racing, mixed race rhythms, maximizing miracles. Rice with rap on the map, my Kennington, London syllables. Dancing though I know my under...
In the concept of adding the word child in front of it changes it. Child Redditor. Okay, that makes sense.
...where might show if I lean forward.
Okay, that makes sense.
Good.
That also does make it better because there are some children in Reddit which I'm not entirely sure why they're there.
Being able to spot a child's underwear. Stephanie makes a reference finally
What? I missed something.
forward. Good. Aside from the repulsive celebration of being able to spot a child's underwear, Stephanie makes a reference to Milton Keynes, a region just north of London. This, combined with various other media he shared, quickly led onlookers to realize that this man has been making his rounds across the city of London for years. Also in this post are clear references to poetry.
I guess you never know what people are doing in their free time.
Something
Jesus.
we'll find to come up later. Upon searching for the name Stephanie Stansfield on Google, we're able to find traces of this person in the wild. For instance, hidden on a random page of the Kennington Runoff, a news website serving the titular neighborhood in South London, we can see Stephanie chiming in on an article about a youth club. Here, though, their mannerisms surprisingly appear a bit tamer. Are there any unusual...
Maybe he's
or
getting
pictures,
worse.
including landing areas, lifts, etc. of Caring Point? The tower block that stood at Hotspur Street from 1969 to 2000? I learned what happened to Caring Point, but have yet to find any demolition pictures, even on
What?
the 20th anniversary of its demolition, or pictures of the play space that temporarily replaced the building. Thank you.
I mean, that's obviously not a child because I don't think a 9-year-old? No, wait, it's year 7. That's... Let me calculate. 13? Question mark? I don't think a 13-year-old girl would be asking stuff like that. Probably.
For any research into Caring Point. If we had no prior context to this person, this comment would exist in complete normalcy. In a way, it's almost like this person isn't even
Jesus.
Stephanie Stansfield that we've come to know so far. The one showcasing
I mean, if that's the case, probably that person is stealing accounts, which makes it even worse.
eerie edits, pretending to be a child, creating riddles and poetry. It's like that persona's gone. You know, part of me wants to believe that this person has no ties to the rabbit hole, but even here,
Could
I
be.
noticed that they just couldn't help themselves. Stephanie Stansfield inquired about a play area, a place obviously associated with kids. Doing any research online about this alleged play place leads to nothing. It existed for such a short period of time that hardly anyone recalls that it was even there.
Caring Point was a 20... That was creepy. 22-story tower block on Kennington Road, not entirely sure what that is, on the Ethelred? Ethelred? No, absolutely not sure how to pronounce that. Estate in, I would assume that says London. No, somewhere central London. It was built in 1969. Nice. The first to build on the estate and continued blah blah blah. Okay, not
It was
some
a
kind of
blip in
building.
history, so insignificant and overshadowed by the disaster that came before it that it's hardly worth mentioning. Yet Stephanie recalls it to such a degree that they've been on the hunt for any pictures of it. This also seems like even as far back as the year 2000,
Hmm.
this person was hanging around play areas, leading me to wonder, was he up to his same antics back then, or was this entirely recent?
Hopefully neither.
Also on the internet is another link, this time leading us to a PDF file of a 2018 publication by a
Yes.
London charity called the Streatham Society. Within this, they share a myriad of news and happenings around this area of London. However, on page 11, they include a segment called the Poetry Corner, in which we can spot a very familiar name. Hi to the Streatham Society, I'm Stephanie Stansfield and Shy. I'm 12 years of age, year 7. I'm London born and lived in Streatham for a while.
Let's go, my calculations were right. Well, relatively right. About year 7. So, England children start school at 7 as well? Question mark?
I've written a poem.
Or maybe
I
6?
asked my half-brother what he remembers about the area. Then I put my thoughts onto paper. I could have written much more, but I wanted to keep it short, and yet still include a little tribute to June Whitfield. So it's as if
Who?
I've traveled through time to include so much. I hope my poem is of some use. Yours sincerely, Stephanie.
That's
After glancing at her writing, it's
creepy.
abundantly clear that this poem was not written by a 12-year-old. It
duh.
shows details of buildings that were there in the 1990s, as well as references to TV actors that would be not only unrealistic for a child to remember, but impossible. But even through this mess, there is something to latch onto. In the poem, Stephanie refers to someone who has supposedly fed her this information
Her
about
brother?
his life growing up in London decades prior. It's her half-brother, someone who's old enough to remember all of this. It's
Leave my
someone
stick.
called David.
Hello, 13. We're getting, how to say it? Disappointed in humanity again? That fits it, I guess. We're watching Instagram Darkest Rabbit Hole, which is about PDF files, supposedly. That, and weird accounts of children on Instagram. It's disturbing as it sounds. But how are you, 13? How is your day going?
Back on Reddit, investigators were on a similar path. The name David was circulating as a potential suspect for days, catalyzed by first-hand accounts of those who had encountered a very similar man to this in the wild.
Oof.
Redditors from his area shared tales of a local figure, a man who would dress up like a child, making his rounds as far south as London
Hey,
and as far north.
but it's going well. I'm planning to play a game on my Nintendo. Yo, I always wanted some kind of a play console from the olden days. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing games on them. I just want them as a set piece. I think they'll look really good. And I never had one of those as a child, so even better. Yes, here's how I told you, David. Again, as the quote said, I can be very creative with that stick, David.
As Doncaster.
What the fuck is this?
I'll be quite honest, I was really surprised when this guy popped up on my local city's subreddit. It's like watching things that scared you as a child, then something reminds you of that as an adult, and it puts you back a bit. We're talking like 14.
For some reason, your ass, please. I'm pretty sure that was mentioned in Binding of Isaac last week, right? Please tell me I'm right. Awesome. Is it only me that this picture reminds him of Muzan from Demon Slayer for some reason? I don't like it. It's creepy.
Ish years back. I'm 28, almost 29 now. So he lived on my street while I was in my last few years of secondary school and first few years of college, age 14 to 17. He was very well known by pretty much everyone who lived around that area. There was even a video of him at one point titled Donnie Legend. Me and my brother looked for this today, but couldn't find it. It must be
God.
14 or 15 years old now, though, so it may be deleted.
Is?
He spent a lot of time wearing his school uniform. Usually the skirt and boots look, but sometimes a suit. Basically the exact same look from his recent pictures, just with a different school uniform. The little lunchbox.
Again, nothing wrong in wearing school uniforms. I think they look stylish depending on the, I guess, school. In Bulgaria, I think they look stylish, especially the boys' uniforms, at least from the ones I remember me wearing back in the olden days. I mean, they're relatively stylish. You have relatively good, sleek-looking pants. You have a nice tie. So I can see why people like them. I don't like people associating them with children, though, which obviously they will, but if you're wearing a the fuck is happening with your school uniform? Please don't be weird with it. Please?
With a mirror glued to one side of it. He used to stand behind trees and watch people in the reflection.
Did anyone report that person? Because that's extremely suspicious behavior. I don't think any normal person would be staying. Imagine my mic is a tree. Would be staying like this. And someone asks you, no, I'm not watching the children. No. No children, no. What the fuck?
He used to follow kids home.
I mean, if you're cosplaying as well, an anime character that wears a school uniform, again, yes. But don't be weird with it, please. It's still a school uniform. But also, I don't think that person is cosplaying. Back in the beginning of the video, I don't think he's cosplaying. Well, technically, I guess it can be considered cosplaying, but I don't want to know what he's doing with that.
From school, going tree to tree. There were a few times he was caught looking through people's living room windows that had confronted him in the past.
Okay.
My brothers and stepdad had a few altercations.
Oh, we didn't cosplay the video. It's unfortunately not cosplay. Yeah, I guess.
With them. My stepdad and mom especially didn't feel safe living on the same street as him.
Nah,
Due to
really?
How close he lived to the local school. About a 50-second walk.
Eh.
The police were called more times than I'd like to count, and they were never, ever concerned. He never told them, according to them. They were very concerned for his safety in this. He was
For his safety?
in danger, but I honestly just assumed, stupidly as a naive teenager, that this guy didn't know how to use the internet, or at the very least was monitored. It's horrible he's turned up online, though. I'm glad I can now be sure he's left the local city. My daughter starts secondary school next year. And
Oh, God.
He won't be around to terrorize her. I just wish and hope that the authorities would protect the school kids where he is.
Hopefully. It kind of reminds me of a pedestrian from GTA San Andreas who like Asian schoolgirls with uniforms. Why children though? What the fuck, people? Like, can we leave the children alone?
This man is a known creep.
Please.
I used to work at the court 20 years ago, and he was in court in the paper several times for approaching and writing to underage girls while wearing makeup. and
There
young
is
girl-style
one good
clothing.
news out of
He
this at
usually
least.
got away
Ooh,
without
I'm excited to
conviction
hear it then,
because the
at the end
courts
of the video
believed that
probably.
He didn't intend to do any wrong. He was trying to speak to those girls
Well,
because
it's
he
in Great Britain.
wholeheartedly believed he
Not
was
our
a
problem.
man.
I mean, it kind of is, because it's a human problem in general. There's a video about this cartoon character. Oh, we can check it at some point in the future. But I see what you mean, but it's also our problem, because it's not only in Great Britain that stuff like that happens, which is the problem.
Age.
Just why? I was joking about it. Ah, okay.
Was roaming neighborhoods as far
The
as
protect
14 years
yeah.
back, along with the statement that schoolboy had wound up in court 20 entire years ago for writing to underage girls. Even then,
And people are
it's
not suspicious of
apparent
him?
that he's far, far older than I initially thought.
What?
This is how he remembers Karen Point. This is how Stephanie knew so much about an era she never lived in Doing the math here, at minimum, Smart Schoolboy 9 is at least 40 years old.
Jesus Christ.
When I lived in Doncaster, there was a man who used to walk around dressed
And
as a
apparently we
1960s
need to
schoolboy
look to
who
people
looked
in his age, like not PDF files, but like people in their 40s, 50s. There is a problem in Bulgaria, but like 5-ish, 6-ish years ago, and where people around the age of 40, 50 were writing extremely disgusting stuff about, about children in their age, 13, 14. Also, those same people I've seen under comments mentioning, I've seen those same people mentioning how the military service should be for all people because it builds character and makes them good people. And I really hope that's not what they mean with good people.
He'd walked out of a black and white photo. I'm pretty sure his skin was painted white. People said he was called David.
God, David, fuck
For
off.
decades, this man has
In fact,
been
military
haunting
service called,
neighborhoods
yeah.
around the UK, approaching children that are likely afraid of him, posting pictures of those that have no knowledge of his
I'm not
existence.
fighting for a piece of it. I mean, I agree with you. Also, I'm a little bit of a puss, so. Also, I like my own life. So.
And gravitating towards schools, seemingly under the belief that he's a child.
I like the building in the
Ongoing
background, though.
activity by this person in which he's well-spoken and drops the act, though. Like on his Facebook.
Would rather be alive. That sounds fun.
He makes it clear that he
Sorry.
knows what he's doing.
That's even worse.
This person is real, and this person is active. A local boogeyman, if you will.
Why are people not doing anything about
Shows
him?
no signs of stopping.
Why is police doing nothing about him? Especially so much evidence online and the fact he's been in court for texting underage children. YouTube, why? I was just getting angry at David.
With the rise of the internet, David has harnessed social media to express his desires, utilizing heavily filtered and often AI-generated images of kids to toe the line of legality. Like we've seen on many of his posts,
But that's even
he hides
worse.
parents, putting on a facade of concern for the very people he's allegedly preying on. He falsifies personalities, presenting them to real-world publications.
He's
as
getting some kind of sick relief, I guess, from imitating a 13, 14-year-old girl. Huh? I hear that these things just happened with no consequence. That's the problem. I mean, apparently he was in court. I think the video mentioned 20 years ago, where he was there for texting underage children, and the police, I guess, know about that, and they're still doing nothing with the amount of bullshit he's doing online.
Legitimate, and across his many profiles, he follows a laundry list of kids.
Oh, come on.
At the end of the day, Schoolboy and his plethora of alts are just the tip of the iceberg. And for all we know, countless other accounts could be hiding in the void.
It's a bigger
cyberspace.
code. Kinda, yeah.
Personas emulating children, interacting with children, and creating edits of real
Why?
kids that have no idea they're
Okay, if there's someone actually familiar with the topic, someone, a psychologist, I guess, or a psychiatrist, and you know why people like him are doing stuff like that, can you please explain it in the comments? I would like to know. Like, I would like to know why people are so disgusting sometimes.
being posted online.
I mean, excluding the fact that maybe because children are vulnerable, I guess, so they're getting off to stuff like that. Hey, nah.
Homeless minors.
No.
But whether he's physically harmed or has endangered any of them in the real world,
Hopefully no.
at this point, we have no idea.
Misanthropes.
Going by
I'm not
the
entirely sure what
videos,
misanthrope is.
however,
Eh. After school chase you, what? One who hates or mistreats humankind. I guess I'm not really a misanthrope, but I dislike people in general most of the time, not the individual, because most of the time when people are alone, they're completely different than when people are in like, for example, when they're in a group. So I like the individual. I dislike people in general, though. Also, let me read that and get disgusted with him again. Schoolboy Miles, 9 years old. After school, chasing another boy running in heeled mini boots. Okay. I should not have read that.
I truly hope that this isn't the case. But unfortunately, the evidence...
Yeah, killing is bad.
very promising.
Can someone beat his ass, though? Or in Bulgarian, it's a skopjavane, which is basically you get a tool and then you crush the balls. Can we do that, please? One by one. I would love to hear his screams, by the way. It'll be fun.
Same.
Killing is bad. No, there are no buts. Killing is bad. Because killing just, at least in my opinion, killing starts a weird cycle where, for example, left kills right, then right kills left, then left kills right again, and then it's just a alright fucking mess. I mean, I guess sometimes it's necessary. The mustache man, I guess, is an example. But in general, killing is bad. Also, what the fuck is wrong with people? I guess that leaves me to... Not the topic, but to a thought I have, which is... If you have children, like, please don't spy on them. Depressing video. Yeah. Also, let me formulate my sentence. If you have a child, please don't spy on them, like with on what they're doing online, because that's just how you lose trust with your children. They're not gonna trust you anymore. So, talk to your children about the dangers of the internet. And people like this motherfucker, and like make a connection with your child, make them talk to you, make them share how their life is going, because based on what I've seen around here, at least with the past 10ish 15ish years, not a lot of people are sharing with their parents because of that, because parents are extremely controlling, which I guess I understand why you love your child and you want them to be as safe as possible, but I don't think that's the way. Wait. Again, like, for example, you can ask them what they're doing online. You can talk about the danger of online. You can show stuff like that. But don't spy on them. Also, I hope David is behind bars. Hopefully. How old is that video? Not old enough for there to be any difference based on the fact he's been probably like 20 years. And that motherfucker is still free. Well, thank you, Nexpo, for making me hate people more. Appreciate that. Thank you, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be for this video. please go and support Next one. Watch his videos. They're amazing. If you want to hate people, that's for you. Also, really interesting ARGs and weird stuff from the internet. But please go and support Nexpo. An amazing channel. I liked it already. Good. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please don't make me watch stuff like that again. I don't like the topic of children getting harmed. We should leave children alone. Let children be children, please. And be as careless as they want to be, without any harm coming to them. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. We're gonna see each other next time, which, no idea, could be an reaction, could be another video. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, thank you for watching. We're gonna see each other next time. Until then, don't forget, have fun, everyone. Bye. Yoink.